You know that sometimes we report on herd behavior and how sometimes the behavior of people can be so absurd. Like in this case, people are protesting Elon Musk and the Trump government, of course, by killing, by damaging, by spray painting, and by torching and firing at not only at Teslas, but at Tesla's dealerships. Like this, if that makes sense. Well, that doesn't make sense in many ways. But, well, this has been classified as some, in some instances, even as terrorism as this. Multiple vehicles were destroyed in an arson attack at a Tesla service center in Las Vegas on the morning of March 18. Tesla property across the U.S. have been destroyed in the shootings, bombings, and fires as leftists urged terrorism to influence the government. And this guy was caught. Thanks to Kaneko, the great thread. Paul Hyun Kim has been arrested for torching a row of Teslas with Molotov cocktails and spray painting resist across the entrance of the Tesla service center in Las Vegas. The legacy media radicalized this Democrat. Here are his social media posts. This is the problem, that the brainwashing is so hard that, you know, they used to say, okay, we need electric cars. We need the electric cars because climate change and stuff. Okay, you have the electric cars. But now, not like that. And now you have Elon Musk in this shadow government next to Donald Trump. And now it's not a shadow government. The guy is just trying to make the government more efficient and less bloated. Number one, on his Instagram, this is the kind of people that we are talking about. And it's interesting that Kanekoa the Great compiled these clues, because it's that you see that, okay, this adds up, right up till the moment that these people just snap, but there will be signs. On his Instagram, Kim links to his website, paulhyunkim.com, alongside a donations to Palestine link. His website identifies him as a cinematographer who relocated from the Pacific Northwest to Las Vegas. On Vimeo, he lists his pronouns as he and him. There is donations to Palestine, and a native from the Pacific Northwest, a traveling cinematographer, went all across the West Coast to help tell his client stories, maybe with his specialist in explosives. It would make sense. He has years of working experience in reality TV production, digital content, and narrative films. This ain't it. Available for hire. Camera operator, videographer, editing, brand awareness. Well, there's a lot of brand awareness in here, but not in the way that we would expect. Number two, his recent IG story labels Hassan Dihan a sellout. Hassan Dihan is a Twitch content creator, a liberal content creator, which is really, don't look for it, by the way. Don't look for him. For gifting items to AOC and Bernie Sanders during a recent interview. The post criticizes Hassan for not interviewing Jill Stein and for not challenging AOC and Bernie on their support for Zionism and Iron Dome funding. These people are, have all this kind of salad of stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure that as a cinematographer, you should have enough, issues in your life right now, not to mention the looming dangers of AI taking away part of your job or making your job faster, the way that you frame it. But these people it's like they assume these stances on these matters that are miles away from them for some kind of virtue signaling, because they find some kind of fulfilling. They find it fulfilling for their lives, because I'm pretty sure that they guess that their lives are so pathetic, and there's the only way to find some kind of fulfillment. Why don't you use that, that intensity for your community? Your neighbors, the ones who live next to you. That would be much, much better. One recent IG post highlights women in response to the day Roe v. Wade was overturned. Oh, yeah, so I shot these 2 promos in 2022 for the wonderful, talented, for her album. I hadn't posted them on my page right away because the day the promos and album release was also the day Roe v. Wade was overturned. At the time, I felt like it was the right thing to do to bring all of the attention and traffic to the creative women involved in making these videos. Perhaps I was overthinking it, but anyways, enjoy. Yeah, these are the kind of allies that they are into everything. Roe v. Wade, Palestine, everything at the same time. Yeah, they need something. I mean, these people need an actual hobby. These people need an actual hobby. Number 4, Kim's Facebook page is filled with the left-wing and legacy media political narratives. I guess that if those are left-wing media political narratives, then he's pretty safe on Facebook. And I like the way that Joshua Lysak calls Facebook Americans. Yeah, those people who are still getting their stuff from Facebook should be called Facebook Americans. He follows a few hundred accounts, almost entirely left-wing politicians and media outlets, including Anti-Capitalist League. Anti-Capitalist League. How can a cinematographer? How can a cinematographer be anti-capitalist? Because all the stuff that a cinematographer uses is thanks to capitalism. That camera you use, those are all the tools that you use, everything that you use for your job is thanks to capitalism, nothing else. This is something that is baffling. Axios, The Atlantic, of course, Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. This is the Wall Street Journal, Women's March, the New York Times, Los Angeles Times, Occupy Democrats. No, I'm gonna this is bad juju. Kim was likely a Bernie Sanders supporter in 2016. He was reposting this from Robert Reich. 6 responses to Bernie skeptics. Blah, blah, blah. And 6, he celebrated Trump's impeachment in 2019, posting, "Hell yeah." Well, that is pretty mild for this kind of people. His political posting intensified in 2020, centered around COVID-19 with ridiculous legacy media takes like, "Lockdown is a privilege." All right, social distancing is a privilege. All right, yeah, I'm telling you, there are some people that have been so twisted, and that's part of the trick of the left. No, not gonna lie, that's part of the trick of the left. You make sure to aim for those who are in a worse state, in the worst possible mental state, because those are the ones who are easier to manipulate. It's that simple. And when you, let's say, inoculate them with your idea and your crusades and all that stuff, that's the hard part is gonna be taking that off them. That is gonna be next to impossible in some cases. Paul Kim, "Lockdown is a privilege. It means you have a home to stay in." What the F? Social distancing is a privilege. It means you don't live in a crowded slum with a shared toilet. Working from home is a privilege. It means your income is not threatened. Well, as I'm telling you, this working from home is a privilege. That is, even this person, this guy who is absolutely irrational about everything, he says something that makes sense. Working from home, it's a privilege, indeed. Complaining about groceries is a privilege. It means you have money to buy them and a fridge to stock up. Oh my God. Throughout 2020, Kim posted extensively about BLM, white supremacy, defunding the police, and other progressive media narratives like music. George Floyd protests, police are more like attack dogs on a leash. This non-black for white supremacists, we owe them a debt in blood. Oh my God, this is why didn't you start with yourself? Is my question. If you have a debt in blood, why didn't you start with yourself? That would be like lead by example. Lead by example is what you have to do. So it's the right thing to do. Number 9, she shared a list of bail funds during the BLM Antifa riots, encouraging donations. A list of organizations you can donate your money to help the cause of BLM. He shared a Slate article titled, "The Fight for Civil Rights is Never Nonviolent." Yeah, mostly peaceful, they say. Number 10, Kim praised efforts to defund police, posting about Minneapolis Council plans to disband their police, commenting, protesting works. It always has worked, but you know what kind of protesting he means. He shared a meme titled Recognize Racism, classifying subtle racism as calling police on POC, white silence, denial of white privilege, anti-immigration policies, and labeling the phrases below as racist. I don't see color, MAGA, all lives matter, you're so articulate. So if somebody says, you're so articulate, they are being racist. They are being racist. What? Obvious racism. No. As I'm telling you, I'm showing you this because sometimes you see behavior, this kind of behavior. You see, where do you get this kind of behavior? And this kind of behavior, even if we went, there's people that just want to watch the world burn, like in the Batman movie. But no, this is usually much easier and less romantic and dramatic than this. They have been thoroughly brainwashed. And I'm not saying that they are not responsible of their actions. They are still responsible for their actions. They're still responsible of being brainwashed because they in their system of values, in their rotten system of values, they find some kind of sense in what the Democrats say. You are oppressed, you're privileged, you are oppressed and privileged at the same time. The guy is Asian, so he could say that he's oppressed and privileged at the same time. The guy must have a huge confusion in so many ways. He posted legacy media articles dehumanizing half the country, like this Newsweek article titled, Narcissists and Psychopaths are more likely to refuse to wear masks. And this Vice article titled, Anti-maskers might be sociopaths, says a study. This continues. Make sure to follow Kenny Koa the Great for this. But this is the kind of stuff that I'm telling you. This crazy behavior doesn't spark out of nowhere. You're going to see the signs. And when you see these people that are really passionate about nonsensical stuff, like all the thing that you saw, you know they're going to snap at the worst possible moment. So you have to be careful when you are, if you see a friend going kind of insane on Facebook, but if you still have friend on Facebook, I feel for you. That's the first thing. But you have to be aware of these signs because the attacks, the arson and the stuff that simply doesn't come out of nowhere. There are signs. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy. Much love and bliss.